So I came up one weekend after moving to Crookston, and I went to Roy's house, and Kevin and Roy and I went out. I don't even know what we did, but we came home to Roy's house, and they both had their pickups, and they just, I don't know whose idea it was not mine, but they tied the pickups together with a chain, and they did shitties and shitties. But first we started going around the property along the fence line, and then they were trying to pull each other because Beef got stuck, and then Roy would pull him, and then he'd pull him back, and then pretty soon then they were doing the shitties in the middle of the yard, and then the chain got wrapped around Beef's where the wheels go. It was bad. It was like tight together. It was very long and then tight. I really thought the chain was coming through the glass. Many, many laughs. Oh my gosh.
I was going to say that maybe he should have pulled me out when I got stuck in the snow, but after that, maybe not. Yeah. Any other favorite memories?
How about when Stevie punched Roy in the nose one night after a night at Mav? Gave him a bloody nose.
He punched him in the nose? Oh, no. Oh, no.
That was actually my cat. My cat. Oh, that was slower. That was Beef. Like, Beef put my cat's head in his mouth, and he's like, "What are you gonna do about it?" And I reached back and I was like 6 years old, and he was bleeding from his nose. And being the kind-hearted guy that he is, like, he didn't even budge. He just looks at me and kind of shrugs his shoulders, like, "I guess I have that."
Oh, man. It makes sense. Any other favorite memories?
I remember driving around with Beef one time, and we're going through a bunch of snow, and he looks at me, he's like, "Steve, it doesn't matter if we get stuck." I'm like, "Oh, why is that, Beef?" He's like, "'Cause I'm driving, that means you have to push." And it wasn't 30 seconds farther down the road. We were stuck, and I'm stuck pushing out this truck. I have so many memories of Beef. It's gonna be tough without him. We all lost a great friend.
Thank you. Do we have any other favorite memories? Oh, I'll come around to the other side.
I remember at the racetrack in Greenbush, it was Beef and Roy. Beef went out the gas, his pickup, and Roy was wondering, how are we going to get this pickup to the racetrack? So Beef unloaded his race car, and he pulled his pickup with the race car to the racetrack, and they made it to the races.
I didn't think that's how that worked, but that's pretty amazing. Can I just ask, how many of you have also punched Beef? Oh, Scott, okay. How many of you have also needed to be pulled out by him, like from... That's a little more. I'm glad that it's a little more for that. More than once. Any other favorite memories?
Back in the day when we used to build demo cars, when we used to run demo cars, me and Roy and Beef took his car out in the gravel pit and beached it on the pile of gravel. I think Roy could have stood underneath it and stood up on it. So we had a 2-mile walk and got his pickup and pulled it off. So.
Well, my memory is, our memories are very dull and boring compared to Dean's. But I just remember all the times that I was over at Ron and Avis's, and Kevin was there, Scott and Carol, and always he was jovial and just brimming with life and the joy of being with his mom and dad and his brother and the whole family. And I loved it when probably Avis would entice him to come to church for Mother's Day or Christmas. And it was wonderful to see him. And again, just the times to be around the whole family with Kevin there beaming. And often he was beaming with smiles. And I think the joy of just being with his family.
Maybe one more if there's someone. Oh, we have two. I will allow it. I'm not going to make you rock, paper, scissors.
So Beef was always... Beef was always my first stop coming into town, whether it was coming from California or coming to visit, pick up my daughter to go home or whatever. And it was always my last stop on my way out of town. I always got my hug on the way in and got my hug on the way out. And Beef told me, like, we messaged so many times, we'd call and we'd have late night talks, and he said he'll always be here for me and my girls, and he always has been. Whenever my daughter was in the paper, Beef would save me the article. In fact, he still has the article. I think she made the honor roll, and he said, I'm going to have my mom pick up another copy, and I'll get it sent to you, and didn't quite make it yet. But he always had me and my girls, and I remember my very, like, it was 2007, I decided I was moving back to California, so it was our first trip in, and our first stop was Beef's house. So we had a little 50 bike that my daughter had, and Beef goes, well, let's build her a ramp. And I'm like, Beef, God, no, let her ride. She can ride in the ditch. She can ride on the ramp. I said, she's not used to jumping, Beef. Well, she's got to learn sometime. That's amazing.
So this year we did trash and dress the ride. It was me, my wife's cousin from Utah, and then Beef and Billy. Well, Beef just got a side-by-side from Big Roy this year, and it was my wife's cousin right behind him and me behind him. Well, Beef stopped on this big mud hole, and he sprayed my wife's cousin and me, and then he also got the side-by-side right behind me. While my wife's cousin looked back, I don't think I could see any piece of his skin because how muddy he was. And then I remember Beef coming back. I was like, there's not a single drop of mud on your side-by-side. And he's like, yeah, it's all on your stuff. And yeah, so, and then another one is I took him to Greenbush to go to the races. I was driving his red Chevy that he just got a year before. Well, I probably had my license 2-3 years before that. Well, we get there and he's like, you drive worse than Avis does. And then, but I've been a lot better. I've only been pulled over 30 times after that.
Lord have mercy. And do you need to call his mom out so hard during the service? Well, I appreciate you sharing the stories that you did.